Bonjour et bienvenue chez FrenchSounds. Welcome to FrenchSounds. Today we're going to work on a special aspect of French pronunciation that was suggested by one of my YouTube subscribers. We're going to work on combinations of the consonant P with another consonant at the beginning of a word. Now, in English and in French, it's very common to have the combinations PL and PR. So in English you would have, for example, to please. In French it's plaire. Now of course the L in English and the L in French do not have the same point of articulation. So in French you would have the tip of the tongue against the upper teeth, and then just bring the lips together. But the position of the second consonant is always in place before the lips come together for the P. Plaire, plaire. The same is true for the R. You have, for example, the PR in professeur in English. Well, in French, the tongue is already back, getting ready for the sound, for the R, before the lips come together for the P. So you have professeur, professeur. There's also an interjection that you can use in both English and French to get somebody's attention, and that would involve a P followed by an S sound, and it sounds like, hey, psst. In French, it's similar, except the lips are more spread into hey, psitt, pschitt. Now, French has a very interesting expression. It's an interjection, and it's based on onomatopoeia. In other words, it sounds like what it's meant to express, and that is the sound of spray coming out of an atomizer. And that in French would be a P followed by a sh sound at the beginning, and that sh sound is similar to, for example, in the verb chercher. So here you have the tongue in position for sh, and you bring your lips together, and it sounds like pschitt, pschitt. Un coup de pschitt. Okay, now, moving on, there is another interjection, and this one expresses indifference or scorn in French. And in this case, the P is followed by an F. And this PF combination does not exist in English. And so again, you have the F already in position, and the F is a labiodental consonant, meaning the top teeth are going to touch the lower lip. And then the P is going to be pronounced. And then it can sound something like pf, where the F is already in position, and you bring the lips together for the P, and then release. There is a strong release of air, strong exhalation. Pf. Now, let's move on to PN and PS. In English, we have a word such as pneumatic, which of course is spelled PN at the beginning. Well, in French, you pronounce that P, and so you have the tongue in position for the N, with the tip of the tongue against the upper teeth, and you bring your lips together for the P. Pneu, pneu. And of course, un pneu is the abbreviation of pneumatique. There is also the word pneumonia, which also starts with a PN. In French, you have to pronounce the P. Pneumonie. Pneumonie. For PS, we have, again, the tongue in position for the S, which is the tip of the tongue close to the upper teeth, to get the friction sound, and then bring the lips together. Now in English we have psychology, in French we have psychologie, psychologie, or psyche, la psyché, la psyché. And one last one, pseudonyme, un pseudonyme, un pseudonyme. So I hope you have a lot of fun working on these P plus consonant combinations, and please keep your suggestions coming. Merci et à la semaine prochaine. Au revoir.